Peter Wright, what's your thoughts?
Well, it's obviously he's got some problems, whether it be with the darts or his setup, his practice. He's lost an awful lot of weight, and you know, when you get to our age, when you lose weight, you can't just strictly lose weight. You've got to put a little bit of muscle on. He's lost a lot of weight around the arms. It's a different throw. He's just got to get used to it. But in the Premier League, week in, week out, you don't get a breather. It ain't as if you're going to get an easier draw. He's just got to get through it, and he's got to start playing a lot more tour events to get that edge back. But that's just my opinion.
Which we're always welcome with us, Rodney. Always a pleasure to hear your views. Now, Lewis against Newton. Fourth match of the night. Phil Taylor still averaged 101. 5 of the 6 players tonight have averaged over 100. The odd man out, poor old Gary Anderson, up in the high 90s. So in terms of quality of darts, we've never seen better in a Premier League night. Adrian Lewis and Wes Newton looking to serve it up again in match 4. Aye, aye, another one. Would have left tops. Good start, though, from the Fleetwood flinger.
Yes, I agree. I can't remember a Premier League night that has started with the performance and the averages that these players are stepping up and doing at the moment. It really is incredible. I think it's showing that week in, week out, year on year, that the players are getting closer and closer. As Wes Newton fires in the first 14 dart leg for Newton, and that's what he's got to do against 80. He's got to take the game to Lewis.
Well, last year Wesley Newton finished in one of the 2 elimination spots. He picked up 5 points, 2 wins only. One of those was against Adrian Lewis, though.
100.
So they have previous, but it was an out of sorts campaign from Lewis. He only finished 8th in the 10-man table. He was bottom, actually, in the second segment, if you like, bottom of the remaining 8. He's really picked up his game this year. Talking of picking up his game.
Well, if you're going to hit 180s, hit it against the throw. That puts the pressure on your opponent. It's a great return from Lewis. But Wes possibly going to get 6 darts from here. And that treble one is not going to help. So it opens the door up for Adrian Lewis to set this up and take it out.
Dear.
21.
Well, the old 138 rears its head again, and Newton looking for the 2-leg advantage with the break of throw. Won't be going out. Treble. Oh, never up, never in, Wesley.
Yes, he let Lewis off there. Lewis will know he's going to get 1 dart at the double, possibly tops. And there's 6 darts without a treble from 80, so making it quite easy for Newton to break the throw.
Lovely dart. Double 12. Lovely finish. Well, an ordinary start from Adrian Lewis. An extraordinary start from Wes Newton, who's averaging 107, and he's taken the first 2 legs. Now throwing for a 3-leg advantage. Amazing what 1 win will do, Rod, isn't it? Last week, he had that good win against Barney, trailing for much of the match, really dug in and pulled off a big win, and he looks a different bloke, Wes Newton.
I totally agree with you. I mean, he was 5-1, 5-2 down, you thought game over and that's it. But he's taken this game straight off of what he did last Thursday against Barney. And he's in there again, and the second 180 of the night. And who would think that Lewis would be outgunned on the treble 20? It's a little bit like the first match with Anderson and Thornton. We all thought that Anderson had that scoring power, but it was Thornton.
8 maximums tonight for Robert Thornton. He beat Gary Anderson 7-2. MVG beat Dave Chisnell 7-4, and Peter Wright defeating Phil Taylor with a similar scoreline. Still to come, RBB and the Wizard Simon Whitlock. That's more like it from Adrian Lewis. But still half a dozen darts for Wes Newton from 139.
Well, he's going to have to switch. He's got to come back up to those 20s. Needs the treble to really put the pressure on. Oh, that should give him 1 dart at double top when he returns, and all 80 can do is trying to put some pressure on. And this extra pressure that's on 80 here, You can see him shaking his head. He's having to count up, make sure he leaves a shot. He's making it quite easy for Wes Newton at the moment.
Oh, big 20, well away from that treble for Tops. Lewis isn't going to get a poke from there, so Wes Newton's got another 3.
Well, Adi did this in the second leg, threw bad darts at the wrong time, and he's let Newton in for a 3-0. Well, that is a mile away. That's got to have slipped out of his hand. And he comes down with double 16, and double 16 he hits. What a great dart that was, Rod, especially after the 5.
Yeah, horror story to start the visit, and then a delightful double, a terrific treble, 3 of them from Jampot. Finally woken up. Morning, Adrian. Here we go. Yes, this is what they've come to see.
Incredible darts from these two players. Oh, and that's a bounce out and on the floor. Yeah, these two are carrying on, as we can see that. It actually deflected off the flight. They carried on from the previous games.
Well, I remember at the Grand Slam a couple of years back when Adrian Lewis had a 10-dart leg against Phil Taylor, which featured a bounce out. He's been unlucky here, hasn't he? He might be able to replicate it, not this time.
93.
Important thing for Lewis, though, Rod, never mind the 9-darter, it's just hitting a double and winning a leg.
You're exactly right. The 9 darters are relevant, only that it wins the leg.
44.
Well, he's going to get possibly, well, he is going to get 6 darts from here. Doesn't want to mess it up. He's done it already in 2 legs where he's not hit a treble, and he's opened the door for the Newton.
56.
Again, he hasn't hit the treble. Not so bad this time. He will get 2 darts at a double.
To break the duck. 1 point last week, Adrian Lewis was threatening to whitewash Phil Taylor. He was 5-0 up.
54.
At the moment, he's trying to make sure that that O does go by his name, Tops. Not gone yet.
Which should require 164.
Well, this would be the shot of all shots for Wes Newton. Treble 20. Oh, and there's that 5 again. He's had a few of them tonight. The rest of the darts have been pretty tidy. So Lewis is going to come back now, Rollers. He doesn't want to put this inside. If he's going to miss, he doesn't want it inside.
Breaking double 10 for Adrian Lewis. Only a holder throw, mind you, so Newton still has the break in the back pocket.
42.
What Wes doesn't want to do is let Lewis get onto the power scoring. He's got to keep at him. He's got to keep in front of him. That'll put the pressure on Lewis, and you know, the 180s become 140s, the 140s are then tons. And that's where Newton can take this game from here.
This is more like it. Well, he expected to fill the lot up once he'd put the 2 opening darts in the right spot. Averaging 91 tonight, A.D. Lewis. In the previous 2 games, averaged a couple of ticks under 100 against Whitlock and just over 100 against Phil Taylor. So below par. So now having to produce
58.
some real hard graft. And usually we're used to seeing his darting artistry.
Well, again, a visit without a treble from Adrian Lewis, and Wes Newton absolutely punished him for it.
100.
And the ton you feel is not enough, so Wes is going to get at least a dart at the bullseye. Maybe double 5. Oh, and there's the 5 again. What a time to miss it. Could have been a 4-1 lead if Lewis takes this out.
Into the treble 16 would have left Tops. So a reprieve for Wes Newton.
Which should require 58.
He has picked up 5 itis from somewhere in the last few legs. Now Tops.
18. 80 required.
Is that the bit of luck that Lewis needs to just get on a run? First start finds the double 12.
Six leg,
He's got it back to one leg.
Came on.
And Lewis with the throw. So now perhaps a little bit of the panic's over.
30.
Perhaps not. Funny old game, this. After all the stratospheric scoring
59.
and high altitude averages of the previous three games, we're in the middle of a dogfight here between Lewis and Newton.
93.
Well, at the moment, the winner's going to have to win this ugly. And certainly Newton fills it up for his fourth maximum of the match.
Pretty to watch.
26.
Ugly stuff from Adrian, though. Last TV meeting was last year. Lewis beat Newton 9-8 in the UK Open. Newton had a 9-dart leg.
96.
Looking at a dozen-dart leg here, Wesley. Well, doesn't need to go 17. If he would have gone for the ball, we'll never know. He's looking at double 8.
Well, 80's made it very easily for Newton to break his throw here.
81.
Too many visits without a treble, and then when he does hit a treble, it's a scruffy score of 81 or 85. There's a lot of work for Adrian Lewis to do, as Wes Newton makes it 4 legs to 2.
Seventh leg.
That's the breaker throw that he was looking for.
Well, this really underlining the fact that you cannot nod off on any given week in the Premier League. Resounding win over Phil Taylor last week, but if you turn up the week after against a player ranked far lower than the power and don't turn up with your at least your A- game, you get your backside spanked.
Yes, it seems that way.
That's how it should be, Rod, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what the game grows, and that's what professionalism's all about. The more money and the more TV it comes into the game, the more people that want to play it, that ups the standard. And the players that are not doing it, there's a little bit of a wave goodbye, to be quite honest.
Lewis looking to find something.
140.
Just the one max tonight from Jackpot, 4 from Wes Newton. He's looking to move on to 4 points after 3 weeks, which will give him a 4-point cushion on Phil Taylor for a start. And at the moment, 4 points on Simon Whitlock, who'll play later against Raymond Van Barneveld.
Requires 72.
Well, again, Lewis has not put any pressure, and mind you, as I said that, Wes has gone and hit that 5 again. I think that's the 4th really bad 5 he's hit. That leaves the bullseye.
47.
Robert Thornton managed 2 bullseyes. The bullseye will be the route for Adrian Lewis. Now treble 20 for double top, and he's not going to do that.
65. Weight should require 25.
2 darts at double here for Wes Newton to go 3 clear again. Double 8. Is it all aboard the Fleetwood Flyer?
Game shot.
You bet
on
it
the
is.
seventh leg. West Hampton, 8th leg, 80 to full first.
5-2 to Wes Newton against the 2-time former world champion Adrian Lewis, who is out of sorts.
41.
Well, I don't think Wes will ever get a better chance of beating 80. He's making it quite easy for Wes, and Wes is doing a real good job
96.
doing what he has to do at the right times.
Well, the World Championships, Adrian Lewis just couldn't find a double against Michael van Gerwen, and we saw him in that match gradually just wither away. He just couldn't get in, and today, similarly, Rod, he just can't get anything going, Adrian Lewis, at all.
Well, as Wes puts in his 5th maximum Don't you find though, Rod, that the prolific scorers, the raw talent as we call it, do have these matches quite often? You know, they can't find it, and it's very hard for them to then start finding it in the middle of a match, especially when Wes is doing, as I say, 3 darts here from Wes, and could be all over.
Well, he's 3 darts away from at least picking up a point here, Wes Newton.
97.
Good night's work here in Northern Ireland
167.
from the man from Fleetwood. Lovely dart.
89.
Well, it's not a complete catastrophe because it leaves 78. Big 14. Second time he's hit 1-3-4 to leave tops in the match.
Which requires 17.
That is, but it may be in vain, because a double 12 guarantees Wes Newton. Now it's the double 6. The double 6 it is, guarantees Wes Newton 1 point here this evening at the Odyssey, in front of a capacity crowd, and so the atmosphere is electric.
Yeah, real darting feel-good factor here in Belfast. They're lapping it up. And Wes Newton is lapping this up. He's run off 3 straight legs. If he can pick up 1 of the next 4, he'll pick up the points. It will leave Michael Van Gerwen out on his own at the top. MVG winning for the 3rd straight match tonight. That is a 6th maximum. We saw 8 from Robert Thornton. We saw 7 from David Chisnell.
97.
Well, this is certainly where Wes Newton has improved his game. When he's given the chances, he takes them. And when he has to close a match out, this is exactly what you've got to do with the throw as well. 58 after 9. These incredible darts.
Excellent professional performance from Wes Newton. Not in the Premier League to make up the numbers. Double 10 for a 2nd straight win.
48.
He will be back.
Yes, and again, Adie's going to set it up like he did the previous leg. Hit 134, now he's hit 131. Double 5 for Newton.
And Wes Newton canes Adrian Lewis 7 legs to 2 and makes it back-to-back wins in the 2014 Premier League. Wes Newton is not here to make up the numbers, he's sniffing a playoff spot. The Fleetwood Flyer, too good for jackpot.